Yes, yes, yes. We are back once again. This is the HL podcast for our HL Tuesdays. We are still and will always be the dopest podcast in the DMV, presented to you all by the Harris Firm and Willpower Innovations.
Yes,
I am
sir.
Amrock alongside your boy Chief.
In the building.
This is our fifth official episode of the HL interviews, where we'll be sitting down and interviewing upcoming and established Black entrepreneurs, activists, educators, entertainers, politicians, etc., to learn more about them, their businesses, and how they plan on helping the Black communities. All right. The fifth issue of the HL magazine will be here in October, and literally October is in 2 days.
Yeah.
The first four issues are now available on IG at the HL Mag, so check those out right now. Thank you for everybody who's been following or subscribed to us on Facebook, TikTok, and IG at the HL Podcast. All of our previous episodes of the podcast and our recent interviews are available on all major platforms, podcast platforms.
Yes.
And also check us out on our YouTube channel at the HL Podcast. And yes, we are now available on the Roku platform and Apple TV, courtesy of our partnership with Politic and Broadcasting. You can view this episode live right now on the Politic and app on the Roku platform and Apple TV. Download the app right now. Again, that's Politic and Broadcasting. And lastly, a very special shout out to StreamYard,
Yes.
the StreamYard platform, as we are broadcasting live on Facebook, as well as politicking on YouTube and on the Roku platform as well, and on Apple TV. So we're live on all those platforms right now.
My man. Thank you for giving those shout outs today. We have our boy Twan right here from DC. Go ahead, bring him in. Let's see where he at.
Oh, right here.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
Here we go. Boy, what's up? How you doing?
Yes, sir. How y'all fellas doing?
Man.
Good, man.
Yeah, we doing all right. Yeah, definitely blessed. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Man, that's what's up. You ready for this?
Man, I'm ready.
All right, let's roll. So we want to start this interview by asking you, man, what's your personal mission, man? Get the people, what got you to this place?
Basically, what got me to this place is I want to help people understand what they're saying up in the houses, the bills that they're passing, everything. Because I'm still learning. And I want everybody to know, like, they use certain words that try to get past, and like some people don't understand. I look them up. If I don't know it, I make sure I look them up. So my whole mission is to make sure everybody understands what's going on, because it's a lot of stuff like the whole Democrat Republican thing. Like, we need to understand it. We have to, because even though it wasn't in place for us, it's still here. So we got to know.
Facts.
Yeah, I hear that. It was a debate going on about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So let me ask you, please tell us what 24 Hours brand mean to you. I know we got that logo stuck right there for the people. Go ahead, tell them what that means.
24 hours. Working the block, you'll see the clock. And working the block, you'll see the dice. And punching the clock, you'll see the clock. Well, basically, the clock means punching the clock. You're working. Working the block don't necessarily mean you're on the block. It's basically for entrepreneurs that work for themselves.
Yeah.
Such I'm trying to do. So this is the whole motivation for. And 24 hours, you got 24 hours in a day. Do something with it.
Yeah.
Whether you punching the clock or working the block, do something with it. Don't just sit in the house doing nothing.
I feel that.
Ain't doing bad, but hey.
Facts.
I feel that. I'm glad you said that, because we always say that everybody got the same 24 hours in a day, and now you branding that.
Hey, we all got the same 24.
That's what's up. So what has been your biggest challenge working towards your life goal?
Just being focused. Like I'm never always on task. There's always something distracting me. So my biggest thing is staying on task, doing what I have to do, because I got to do it. If not, I'm gonna be stuck. Period. Like,
Right.
So what'd you do to stay focused? Because you know me, I have to sit in a room probably 5 to 10 minutes, put my mind actually dial in on what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? What do you actually do to get that mindset, that focused mindset?
The first thing I have to do is stay on social media. Social media is the worst thing. Like you'll see a whole bunch of drama and stuff, and it's not even worth it for real. Like you worried about somebody else when you could be working on your own stuff. So you
Facts.
got to take time to get off social media, pick up a book, pick up a newspaper. If you want to be on your phone, I'm pretty sure there's sites like yours, the HL magazine, um, Washington Post, the New York Times. They still have them things, and now it's not in just paper. You can read them on your phone. You don't have to be on Instagram or Facebook, dancing on TikTok. It's a lot of things you could be doing other than just scrolling social media every day, all day.
Man, I hear that. Thank you for
Right.
saying that.
Right.
That's a big thing to me because as soon as you open up the phone, you can get lost in that virtual world for hours, man. For
I know
hours.
people that will wake up and as soon as they crack their eye, the first thing they do is get on Instagram, and I've done it before. Like I'm not perfect. I've never been perfect. So that's the thing. Like you just gotta focus and stay off things that are distracting you and all that stuff.
Well, let me ask you this since we're still
Mhm.
on this subject because that's tough. You know, how can we break that cycle on not picking up that phone as soon as we crack our eyes open?
Right.
Well, what can we do?
It's a mental thing. Basically, just you got to know that it's not good for you. Like if something's not good for you, it's gonna keep hurting you. So
Right.
for it to stop not hurt you, you got to stay away from it.
Right.
Right. Right.
Like everything is simple for me. Like it's just you got to be have the willpower and the motivation and just the you know self discipline.
Yeah, I like that word.
Self
Yeah.
discipline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that word. Self discipline, self motivation, self all of that, man. It brings a lot to especially us the way that we look. We are black men out here. We got
Trust me.
distractions everywhere.
Yeah.
We were
Trust,
born in this world not to do anything, right? They don't want
right.
us to do nothing.
Want us to do nothing. They don't want us to accomplish nothing. They just want us pushed to the side where they can just control us. We need to be in positions of power. We need the police officers, our black police officers that come from our area that are working these patrols. Try to get in a higher position so we can have them type of people in positions that know where we come from and know that everybody in the black community isn't bad.
Right. Facts. And I like that you starting this movement that we had. Know you got this Get Me Hip movement. You
Give
know,
me help.
telling people about that.
All right, so actually, Give Me Hip actually started with me being socially awkward. I'm trying to help people break the cycle of like not speaking because they're afraid to speak out, and that's the whole thing. But it started as breaking people out of being afraid to speak out to me actually speaking on politics and the NBA and the NFL. It ended with that, and now it's just like I don't know. Maybe I should push forward with it. But Give Me Hip is it's basically asking me what I know, and on my platform I'll ask you what you know because I might not know everything. So
Right,
I'm
right,
asking
right.
you also, and it'll also help those people that are socially awkward speak out. You're not
Mm.
being judged by what you say. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But I don't want nobody to feel like because they're wrong, they're going to get you're wrong, get the finger pointing at them. All that. Nah, it's not about that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But somebody's going to, and it's good to be corrected because if you don't know, you don't know. And if you know something and you're misinformed, you're just misinformed. You're not wrong.
Right. I like that. I like
Right.
that. So what has been the feedback? I know you've been using it for a while. Like, have you been getting great feedback, negative feedback on this movement?
I've had great feedback, but again, it's mostly for me to either learn how to speak up, keep my head up, positioning right, uh, pronunciation, not saying all the time because that's what what I do.
Same here.
Yeah, same here, man.
Same here.
Yeah, so that's all that's about.
Man, that's what's up.
Right. So, how has the impact of gentrification, in your opinion, changed DC and the DMV as a whole?
It changed a lot because a lot of areas have that used to be completely black minority is literally gentrified. Like my grandmother lived up near Coolidge. It was
Okay.
all black. It was all black. Now, okay, walking their dogs.
Oh,
You
yep.
just see them everywhere. It's just everywhere now. It's everywhere
Right.
now, and after a while, it's going to start getting to these projects, these neighborhoods, and it's going to change. And we don't help by you know making our areas bad, right? Like we already know we have problems with our areas such as Social Code, which is getting shut down. Uh, Simple City from on South Side, that's wild. So it doesn't help. But what we need to do is find something, something. All these beefs in the area that don't help. All the shootings, it is not helping. It's not helping at
Mm,
all. Because
Mm.
they looking at who's the highest bidder to buy that area.
right.
Right.
They
Right. Okay.
they gonna move
So,
everybody out.
hmm
They're gonna move everybody out, and then that's area gonna be gentrified. Then it's gonna become where DC is just the entire DC is gentrified, and everybody moved out Maryland.
Mm,
Yep.
mm.
Because if you can't afford it, where you gonna go?
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
So let
So
me ask
that's
you
all
this:
I'm.
you brought up the shootings that are happening in the black communities. How do you feel about Mayor Bowser's response to those shootings and murders that have been happening of our people in DC compared to her responses with victims who are not from the area,
Mm,
even if they are black victims, but still not from here?
I really had a problem with that because for the fact for the DNC, she brought out somebody from Minnesota, the family of the man that was killed in Minnesota. But then we had this police shooting in DC, and I rarely heard anything from her.
Hmm.
That's from what I feel. I heard nothing from her. They protested outside her house, and nothing was done. They brought out some camera footage that looked like it was chopped up. But I mean, if everybody really disagrees with Muriel Browser, there's an election for her side, November 4th, 2022. They should be working on that now. When Donald Trump was elected, they figured out who he was running against the next day.
facts.
Hmm.
But for here in DC, I don't even know who's running against her.
Mm,
Right.
So
mm.
we got to
Right.
find out who's running against her, and if we're going to elect this next mayor, we need to be on his heels like we are on Donald Trump's heels.
Hmm.
Like we need to like really be into this. Like all the stuff that they talk about in these debates, we need to hold them accountable for it.
Facts.
Make them do what they say.
Facts.
So, did you? Well, I won't ask you if you voted for her, but do you think that, or what has changed with her views as far as what she was talking about before she got elected compared to now?
Okay, so honestly, when she first got elected, I wasn't into the whole politics and everything. Because
Hmm.
when you met me, I was still going to work in tank top, slippers, and and a book bag. You know, when you
Right.
met me, I wasn't even. But now
Hmm.
I feel as though like she's pandering. Like she's pandering for the next vote. Like she's pandering for the Democratic vote. Of course she's going. Of course she's a Democrat, so she wants all Democrats in, but not all Democrats are good. Just like not all Republicans are bad. So you
Right.
just gotta find the common. Like you really gotta find the common. You really gotta find something that you see her, something that she say you gotta like push on it.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So, oh, I'm sorry. You had a question?
No.
Okay. So, in your opinion, why hasn't Breonna Taylor, may she rest in peace,
Mm.
and her family received the proper justice proper due that they deserve instead of receiving what ultimately the state of Kentucky just gave them?
Great question.
Honestly, I don't. That's crazy how that even played out. But we
Mhm.
should have already known how it was going to play out when
Right.
it first came out that they took the settlement. The first thing shouldn't have been settlement. If you really want justice, money isn't going to save anything because that money still don't account for her life being lost. So I honestly don't know, like, because it's crazy. Like, it's things that we supposed to. It's supposed to be equality. So if a regular civilian on the street go and shoot up somebody's house, they're being held accountable. Why can't these people that made this mistake be held accountable too?
Exactly.
Everybody needs to be held accountable. Everybody has to be held accountable. If we're as taxpaying human beings, civilians of America, and we get held accountable for doing wrong, why can't they be held accountable for doing wrong?
Exactly. Exactly. I I like to chime in because I put a lot of energy on this last week in the HL, and this has been on my mind heavy because if you do a lot of research, there's been a lot of cops who look like us who do the same thing, and they doing 12 and a half years as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets a
Right.
slap on the wrist for the bullets that's hitting the wall, not her body, right? So let me
Right.
ask you this
Right.
while we still on this topic. You know, what can we do? I know you said about having black cops more patrolling our areas. How can we even get that into
No,
effect right now?
I don't honestly, because and it's bad. It's bad everywhere because every video you see on Instagram, it's people without color yelling, screaming, hollering at the police, and they at the time I had the videos. I see the police probably just riding past.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like they just riding past, they ain't paying no attention. So they see your face. They patrol the area. They see your face. They gonna come. They're gonna come back, and then that's when the harassment starts. So
Mm,
we have to get the community and the police that are actually out here to do good. We have to link up with them and try to find some type of common ground because it's all going downhill if it doesn't change.
agreed. Agreed. I like that you said
It has to change.
community. I like you said community. We watch Drumline all the time. One band, one sound. Man, if we
There we
become one
go.
band, one sound, everything changes, man.
Yep.
Everything changes. So let me ask you this.
Everything.
Why is our votes important, especially in this upcoming election? Why are our voices and voices so important in this time?
Because at this point, it's either live or die. At this point, for the simple fact that we have all this stuff is going on right now with the current president, and it seems like nothing is changing. He don't have no answer for anything. So we gotta get out and vote, and we not only have to get out and vote just for the president, these House seats also, the Senate seats, the council members for your city.
There
For the
you
simple
go.
fact, like just because you pick the president, he can try to get a law passed, but it still has to go through the House. It still has to go through the Senate,
That's right.
and if they
Right.
don't agree, it doesn't get passed. And then now
That's
it's
right.
just everybody. It's just a cat and mouse game. Everybody chasing. So if you want good, you have to pick everybody to be one man, one side. That's
There you go.
just for community, for the community. Also with politics, the people in the House and the Capitol and all the White House and everything. Everything has to be in sync.
I'm glad you said that, brother.
Yep.
Thank you for that knowledge, because I think we also, as a people, forget that it's not just one election that's on November 3rd. We got so many levels of people to vote for that we skip that, right? So how can we put that word out? I know we have social media. I mean, what can we do? How can HL and you with the Get Hip movement and you as a whole, how can we get this known? How can we put this out there?
First of all, we have to have the people that are running for the seats actually speak out. Number one, we gotta know that they're fighting for their seat or that seat, whatever seat.
That's a fact.
They gotta come out also. Like who we voting for? We're gonna wind up picking the same people that's in there now. So they
Fact.
gotta come out. They gotta come out. They gotta speak, and then they gotta. Again, social media is honestly, I say we gotta stay on social media, but social media is worldwide now. So everybody's
Yep.
on social media. Everybody's
Yep.
gonna see it. You don't have to
Yep.
start a protest and an open mic or whatever they do. You don't have to do that. You just get on Instagram and say, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm running for. This is what I do." You're on social media anyway. I guarantee you, somebody's on social media gonna see it.
Right. That's a fact. I'm glad you said that as well too, especially when it comes to TikTok, man. I'm a firm believer in
Everybody's
TikTok.
on it.
Everybody. Then there's no algorithms to
Everybody.
stop it. That's why they wanted to ban it. It wasn't because it's a Chinese company, it's because it was no algorithm. You could post one video of the truth and it goes around the world in no time.
It's not even just TikTok, Instagram.
Facts.
Instagram is the biggest it's probably the biggest right now.
It probably
So,
is, yeah.
Yeah, so like get on Instagram. Like everybody I know the politicians in my city, such as Trayon White, he has an Instagram. He get on Instagram, he posts his everything, all the bills he's fighting for and everything. And that's how you know who he is. He's outside, he's out here, he's in his neighborhood. I may not agree with everything, but he's out here. You know who he is.
Yeah.
So, hey, you gotta get with the program.
Facts.
And again,
Facts.
we gotta get the people in the seats. Yeah, we have to get the government younger. Because everybody they're old, they're outdated. Somebody telling them what's going on. So
Yeah.
honestly, they're old, right? So we have to get it younger. They have to get younger. So then they understand the time that we in now is not the same as 60 or 100 years ago. So we got to get that right now. Like we got to get them in right now so they can. Because I'm pretty sure not everybody's on the whole racist thing. Everybody's not biased towards it, but you just got to get it. You just got to get younger because they get older. They don't understand anything. They don't understand the times are going in now. Some things that they'll take offense to, we take as a joke for real because it's probably not even that serious. But because they're older and they came up in that time of that area, it was that serious to them.
Man, I feel that. I always quote this G Herbo line. He said, "If you don't live how you live, you can't feel it, man." And them folks that's in them seats right now, have you ever sat in the room with them and talked to them so they can understand who you are? Have you ever had a full blown conversation with some of the folks in them seats that generations ahead of us know, and they making decisions on our behalf? You know that's the crazy
we
part
have no
about it.
say so on anything. That's why we need to get our people in, and not just our white allies. We need to get also black people in from these areas, from all these areas, southeast, northeast, northwest. We need to get them in this area, from this area, and like get them in. Like that's all we need. We need people of our color that understand us.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Get the right people too,
Yeah.
because
The right people.
what's the quote?
All skin
All
folk
skin
ain't your
folk,
kinfolk.
yeah, skin folk
All
ain't kin folk.
all skin folk and kinfolk. And that's a fact. And that is a fact. You already know AG Attorney General Cameron.
mm, mm.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example.
I read up on he's not even his brother was a professor.
Mm.
So you know he didn't come from where we came from. He probably he don't understand nothing.
He was born and raised in Kentucky his whole life. Went to college there. I'm, I wouldn't be shocked if he, never left even for a vacation.
See? So that's all and y'all right too. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. So we gotta make sure that they're the right people.
That's facts. That's fact. But let me ask you this, because I'm a big firm believer in economics and definitely group economics when it comes to our people, because we are growing right now. It is a Bible verse saying, even in oppression, we still are numerous. Like we are numbering. We are getting bigger and bigger educationally, financially, and all of that right now. So let me ask you this: in this economic time, you get what I'm saying? What are the setbacks right now that Black people have experienced and continue to experience in this country? What are the setbacks? Although we do have ups right now, it is a lot of setbacks. What do you think are some that's deadly to us right now?
The setbacks. The setbacks is the credit thing. The
Mm,
Okay.
um right now would even kill this because of this pandemic, this whole unemployment thing. People were getting paid more than I was, and I was working the entire pandemic. They was getting more than I was. They was getting more than I was working. So
facts.
Mm,
I think that made us lazy. The fact that we are not when Trump got in office, we seen more and more black people going working, actually having jobs. Yes, the unemployment rate was low only because we was afraid to be poor and broke with him in power.
Facts.
So yes, we've seen a lot. So the pandemic turned us lazy. We wanted to get money fast as we can, which is nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, you fast money ain't good money. Not all fast money ain't good money.
Agreed. And I like that you said credit, because man, another thing is they will give you a school loan in a heartbeat. You get $50,000 in school loan out of nowhere, but when I need a business loan, they like, nah, they saying no as soon as
They
you walk
hesitant,
in.
yep.
They
hesitant
very
quickly,
so what's up with
and
these black banks? Should we start banking black?
yeah, we should stop banking black. We definitely should, but we also need to make sure that we're banking black. That again, we're not messing over just because we're black. We're trying to help other people, but we're also making it a detriment to ourselves. So like we're bank black, but then they start taking out a loan. We'll have a higher interest rate on certain things, on loans that we get out, car loans, auto loans, mortgages, and stuff like that. So it's not just banking black. We also got to look out for ourselves and not
I
be
hear that.
paying all this extra money for nothing.
I hear that. Especially now we speaking about financial, and we all virtual schooling our kids are virtual schooling right now. What's the most important thing other than financial literacy that we should be teaching and embedding into these kids? My answer with all this is purpose. We should be teaching purpose to our kids. Tell the folks what you think we should be embedding into them right now.
We should be embedded in our black history, everything black history. For one, for two, again, politics. You need to know what's going on in these rooms, in these meetings. You need to know what's going on because they can pass a law and then you don't know about it and then you short. Like we
Facts.
really need to start getting into politics and black history. It's a lot of things that I didn't know that I have learned over this quarantine about
Yep.
black history.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and
I
I
agree.
mean that's all that's what we gotta learn. politics, financial literacy, our Black history, and politics, because we need all those things.
I agree.
That's just basic for us right now. That's just basic for us right now. It's probably some other stuff we need to know, but right now the three basic things: politics, our Black history, and financial literacy. And it doesn't even have to be in that order.
Facts. I agree. That's a great foundation. Go ahead and say that again. You said financial literacy, Black history, and politics.
Financial literacy, Black history, and politics. We need to know these things. Every last one. Every last one of us need to know.
Wow, that's a clip right there. We got to chop that up before you send it to you, dog. That's great. 3 foundations that we need in this time. I mean, 2020 is almost over, but who's to say 2021 ain't gonna be the same? Who's to say we won't be stuck in the house again? Facts.
We need to be prepared for it.
Facts. So let me ask you.
At this point, we need to be prepared for everything and anything right now. Because
That's true.
Back in February that we was going to be stuck in the house for 5 months. Who knew? So we need to be prepared for everything at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if I see an alien drop out the sky right now. That's how it is now.
Right. So since we on this, how did COVID even change your life, man? Like, I know you already said that you sat and learned more. How else did COVID change your life in this time?
Honestly, being more patient. You have to be more patient now. Like, you have to be very more patient because it's nothing to do. Like, if you have nothing else to do but be patient and wait this out. Be safe. Be patient. Patience is the best thing right now because you can't do anything. So it's nothing. There's no other choice. You have no other choice but to be patient.
I agree. This microwave world taught us different, right? It told us we get the money and success now, but COVID, especially God, forget COVID. God told us that it's not a microwave, it's a slow cooker.
Right. So hey, get your popcorn, kick your feet up, and just be patient.
Right.
Everything. I feel as though everything is going to come together again. We just need to be patient.
I agree.
Vote this election, and vote for everyone good.
Yeah,
that's right for it, and just
so everyone blue.
Right.
Right.
Right. So let me ask you this last question of this interview is going to be powerful. Who has been the most influential person in your life up until this moment, and why?
Hey, hold on. Are you talking about like celebrity wise, or
Personally?
Personally.
Personally, I'm really on my own, so I don't have nobody right there beside me. But I do have my Aunt April. She helps me out a lot. My Aunt April helps me out a lot. She helps me put together my videos. She helped me pronunciate. My girl, she helps me also. Like I have them around me, but nobody that really. So right now, the actual celebrities that actually motivated me or been the best inspiration to me is 10267 and Charlamagne because of the power moves that Charlamagne just made for the podcasting world.
Yeah.
1, 2, Wallow is because he got. If you know Wallow, so Wallow 267, he was locked up for 20 years, came home, and he just got out here and started spreading positivity everywhere, keeping the youngsters out the street and everything. So it's a lot of things that motivated me, and I had a few people that kind of helped me out, but I actually look at these other celebrities that's actually doing good and not just spewing out the BS. I look up to the ones.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you, Chief, as always, for conducting the first part of the interview.
I hope that was.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
You speaking your truth, man.
Yeah.
You speaking your truth.
Yeah. So real quick, for everyone who listens to the podcast, at the end of the show, we have our top 5 segment. So for our interviews, we like to do our quick 5 segment. All right, so Twan, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. All right, we need 5 quick yet honest answers to each one of those questions. All right. So first up, all right. So first up, tell us one thing that you know now that you wish you did when you started your journey.
One thing that I know now, just the way that politics is just set up. Basically how everything is just set up. How I just sat back and listen and watch everything. How everything is set up. How everything runs and moves. That's it.
Yep. Okay. So, and you kind of touched a little bit on this with the last question, but so which public figure in this case that has passed on that you would like to meet, hopefully talk about each other's experiences, maybe potential business opportunities, or simply just pick their brains for their knowledge?
That has passed on.
Yeah.
Uh, Honestly, I haven't really even thought that deep into anybody that has passed on. Maybe Kobe. Kobe
Okay.
and oh my God, John Witherspoon. I
Okay.
really
Okay.
wanted to
Okay.
Pops.
Yeah.
John Witherspoon and Kobe. Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I
Those
like that.
great answers right there.
Yeah. So next, what is your favorite curse word and why?
Oh man.
My favorite curse was probably like, man, fuck this shit.
Hey.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
So describe 2020 in your own words.
2020 has been maybe probably the most beautiful train wreck that we have ever experienced.
Man, expound on that.
All right, so 2020, mind you, remember 1999 to 2000, the Y2K era.
Yep.
The Y2. Now it went from 2019 to 2020, and like a whole bunch of nonsense has happened. So yes, but also a lot of good has came out of it. A lot of good came out of it. But it's just because of how bad the bad was, it overpowers the good. But it's still beautiful at the same time because we still have it. At the end of the day, we still have life. Some of us still have life. We still have a lot that passed on, but we still have life. Like we're still here to be able to change. We're still here to be able to change others.
Okay.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Appreciate that. And finally, what and or who do you pray for the most?
All of them. Because honestly, all of them, some of them still out here. They still out in the street. And they don't even like talking to me because I'm immediately telling them, man, just stop doing this.
Right.
Like, I pray for all of them. Every last one of them. It's a lot of names, but every last one of them. Not even just my crew. I don't even want to just circle it to them. Everybody that I knew, grew up with, did my dirt with, I pray for all of them. I wish all of them the best. I wish they either get out of that little slum that they in that hood area, because I was there. I wasn't the biggest thing alive, but I did my dumb stuff. But I just wish everybody just found their way out of it. No matter how you do it, just get out of it.
Yeah. Definitely. I agree.
Well, definitely appreciate that, man. Very special thank you to you, Twan, for joining us. And people, please visit his page on IG right now. Scrolling across your screen at the bottom right now. Please check him out on IG. Again, thank you.
Stop,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Before they stop, My Instagram handle is Fat Bastard. Do not judge me by my Instagram name. It's only because I was very sensitive. I couldn't take people joking with me, playing with me, like all that. So I have centered myself. So now I use that as you can't talk, like you can't hurt me. You can't. There's nothing you can say about me. My name is Fat Bastard. There's nothing you can say to hurt me. So that's why I use that.
Gotcha.
Fat Bastard.
Appreciate that.
Oh no, I hear that. Put the pain out first, so ain't like you say, ain't nothing else for them to say.
Yep. Just like Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really listen. I really listen to him. Aside of all the little stuff that he do, like little questionable stuff he do, he actually has a good mind. Like he actually speaks facts. I listen to the Billy Idiots as well as I listen to Flay, as well as I listen to you all. I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
So it's stuff that he has said that have done that actually put in my mind that I feel like I can do it too.
Right. Right.
Representation matters. I agree, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Again, thank you, Twan, for that. Thank you to the Politic and Broadcasting. You can view this episode on the Politicking app, which is available on the Roku platform and Apple TV. So download that right now.
Definitely thank you for StreamYard once again. No real mess up this time. We ran through smoothly. You know, you can definitely watch us and follow us on IG, TikTok, Facebook, at the HL Podcast. Be sure to check us out every Thursday for our latest episodes of the podcast, which are available on every major podcast platform, including our on YouTube channel. Subscribe now.
So Twan, do you have any closing remarks, any shout outs, or just anything at all that you'd like to say to the people?
I want to say, look, man, shout out to the Smoke Podcast, them guys over there. Shout out to Trap N who made the shirt for me. Man, shout out to everybody that's trying to get about the smoke, get on their own entrepreneurships. Everybody, because I know it's hard. Like I'm trying to get out of it. So shout out to everybody. I'm not saying to nobody else. Everybody, talking to everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Facts. Peace and love, everybody.
Take care.